Power is the ability to influence, control, or direct people, events, or circumstances to achieve desired outcomes. Power itself, in and of itself, is not evil. It is people who are evil. Power and money amplifies what you really are.
This is the book that we're going to have a commentary on.
We'd like to begin this video with a disclaimer that the views presented in this particular episode of this podcast are not prescriptive in nature. We endeavor to provide an unbiased commentary on the book The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. For those of us who believe in Jesus Christ like we do, we want to remind you that it is your duty to obey God's commands. It is your duty to take from these particular episodes the things that align biblically. Those that do not, you're just required to be aware of how the world is as presented by Robert Greene. Yes.
All right. So today we are doing Law 40.
Yes,
Unaambiwa
Law
achana na
40.
lunch za bure.
Achana
Whatever
na
that
lunch
means.
za bure, wachana na maneno ya vitu za bure.
Aya, wacha tusikie
Jifundishe
judgment
kukula
yake.
vyako.
Kenye umenunua.
Kula kenye umenunua ama usikule.
Aya, the judgment. Okay, the law is despise the free lunch. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. What has worth is worth paying for. By paying your own way, you stay clear of gratitude, guilt, and deceit. It is also often wise to pay the full price. There is no cutting corners with excellence. Be lavish with your money and keep it circulating. For generosity is a sign and a magnet for power.
Yes.
Okay.
What is offered for free is dangerous.
Dangerous.
It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. There is nothing that comes for free. Even if it has a tag for free. Buy one, get one free.
It's not free.
It is not free. You are paying for it one way or another.
True.
There are people who love free gifts, the free lunch. Wanapenda tu ma freehold. Kila kitu tu ni free. They just like free things. They like to be given.
Free.
Yes. Blue pill conditioning tells us that there are things that are generally for free. Red pill awareness reminds us that there is nothing in this world for free. He says that it usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation.
Yeah.
The person who is giving you the free meal or the free lunch is on one side preparing himself. You will pay back in cash or in kind. Malipo lazima utalipa.
Debt will be collected.
Debt will be collected. The Lannisters always pay their debts.
Oh, their debts.
What has worth is worth
Paying for.
So what has value is worth paying for because of the value. Value assumes that there is a price tag, and a huge one for that matter. If a man is a man of value, there is a huge price tag attached to his name. If something is valuable, there is a huge price tag attached to it. And that is how life is. And so if there is a huge price tag attached to it and that makes that thing valuable, then paying for it is worth it. You cannot. So what has worth is worth paying for. By paying your own way, you stay clear of gratitude, guilt, and deceit. So number one of the prizes attached, or one of the things attached to free things is the cost of gratitude, which is usually very expensive, where you have to do stuff to this person as a sign of gratitude for what they did for you. So generally, whatever they did for you was not for free. So the other thing is guilt. There is that guilt of this guy has stood with me, has helped me a lot in my life. Now I am to repay them back. And then the other one is deceit, because they can give with one hand and take with another. So he says it is often wise to pay the full price. To pay the full price of something valuable. There is no cutting corners with excellence. Be lavish with your money and keep it circulating. For generosity is a sign and a magnet of power. I told you that money has certain habits. And money, the value of money is not in it being in the bank. It is not how much you have. It is what you do with what you have. Because money is a resource to change lives. Money is a resource to improve or to change the world. So if you have millions stuck in the bank, you have no value. You just have a lot of money in your bank account. But what are you doing with that particular money? So kataa lunch ya kupatiwa, ndugu mpenzi mtazamaji. Kataa the free meal because it has a price tag. Wacha kuenda unachukua free meals alafu unasema I thought he was just being kind to me. Kindness of what? Is he your brother? Yeah? No. There is usually, every transaction has expectations.
True.
Has expectations.
True.
Especially for our ladies who, we are just friends. You know, we're just good friends. There is nothing like that.
We're just friends.
There is nothing like man and a woman being just friends. One of them is in a zone. There is a zone where amejenga hema inaitwa the friend zone. One of them, somebody always wants something more.
One of the parties
wants something more. Because if both parties wanted something from that relationship, they would be dating. They only date when both of them want the same thing. But when they are just friends, and I'm doing very huge quotation marks, just friends, one of them is orbiting, and most of the time it is usually the man. Biologically, it is almost impossible. And I'm not saying friends. It is almost impossible for a man and a woman to be best friends. One is orbiting. One is circulating, revolving. You see, the way the earth revolves around the sun. He is an orbiter. He is orbiting, anangojea. He is there listening to your boyfriend issues. The way your boyfriend is a jerk and is there. How can he treat you? I will never treat you like that.
He does not know how to value you.
He does not know how to value you. He's just waiting for an opportune time when he can pounce.
That's a prey.
He's just waiting. It is actually pretense. It is manipulation. The friend zone is a zone for manipulators. They're just waiting, especially men. It is impossible. A man sitting there listening to you talk about another man that you love. Do you think men are that idle? Do you think we're that idle? We want to sit down and listen to stories of another lady, of another man in your life. And I'm there just listening. Yeah, tell me more. No, they want something.
Yikes.
One day we did an exercise. I wouldn't say it on camera, but we did an exercise. I told a lady, just tell this guy A, B, C, D. See how he responds.
The one that you consider your best friend.
Yes. There is nothing like a man and a woman being best friends. It does not exist. Biological imperatives deny that. One of those people is in love with the other or waiting for an opportunity when your boyfriend will mess up. That boyfriend we keep talking about. You're giving me tips I'm waiting for him to mess up so that I can pounce like a knight in a shining armor. Oh, hallelujah.
And then do things differently.
Yeah, do things differently. How can this man just treat you like that? I will never treat a lady like you like that. Cannot, yeah.
Majaba.
Hii mambo ni maajabu. Unajua unacheka nini? Hii ni maajabu. So despise the free lunch. So whenever you see a man show interest, especially to a lady, it comes with strings attached.
And doing things.
And expectations.
Yeah.
It comes with expectations and strings attached. So ladies, stop being naive. I've seen many ladies being naive on this particular issue, thinking that a man can be your friend. No. There is no such
he
friendship.
just got me flowers.
He's getting you best friend.
Oh, yeah, it's my birthday.
BFF, bestie.
It's my birthday.
Bestie is orbiting. Bestie is waiting for your boyfriend to mess up.
He took me out for lunch.
He wants to step in. Bestie wants to step in.
Yeah.
Those of us who have besties,
he got me chocolate.
Know this today. He is not interested in being your friend. He's not interested. He wants more. He wants you.
Yeah.
Despise the free lunch.
All right. So me paragraph, accepting something for free. Okay, accepting something for free is a trap that compromises your independence and power. When you rely on others' generosity or freebies, you weaken your position, invite hidden obligations, and reduce your value in the eyes of others. True power demands self-sufficiency, autonomy, and making others respect you by your worth by making them invest in you. Ignoring this law leads to loss of control, indebtedness, and diminished influence, while embracing it builds respect, independence, and leverage in all your relationships and dealings.
There is a sentence here that I want to talk about that says true power demands self-sufficiency. True power demands that independence, autonomy, and making others respect your worth by making them invest in you. And we will talk about relationships a lot maybe on this. But for in a relationship, the person who does the most investment in that relationship is the person who loves the more. By the way, in a relationship dynamic, one has to love the other one more than the other one. You cannot love each other at the same level, same wavelength equally. No, one has to love more. It is better if it is the lady who loves more. If the man loves more than the lady often despises that man with time. With time,
the guy becomes a simp.
Yes, with time, the guy becomes boring. The guy becomes a simp. I told you, and I keep saying this, ladies tell you, if you ask a lady what kind of a man would you date, or who is your ideal type of man, whatever they tell you, the opposite is true. The opposite is true. Because every lady describes a simp par excellence as a gentleman. Do you know that? I want a man who understands me. I want a man who communicates with me. I want a man who knows me, who cares for me, who does all these things. You try do that as a man. Try caring, doing all the nitty-gritties, and see how that love goes. Why do you think men keep saying, after all I have done for you?
Listen, no.
Why? I'm telling you, ladies are also
the opposite.
I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but ladies often do not know what they really want from a man. And now, since we are the men, I read in the book, The Wall Speaks, the writer says, if you want to go to fish, do you ask the fisherman how to catch the fish, or do you ask the fish how to get caught? Who is the expert in the art of catching fish? Is it the fish or the fisherman?
Fisherman.
The fisherman. Jibu vizuri tukusikie. Is it the fish or the fisherman? The fisherman. So, in this case, the man is the fisherman.
True.
He is the one who knows or understands. So, relationship advice, if you want to understand women, you best get that relationship advice from a man, the fisherman. The fish often or seldom, wacha nitumie seldom, the fish seldom understand what they really want. So one person has to, relationship dynamics have to be like that, Tracy. One has to love more. The person who invests the most in the relationship is the person who loves more. And since women, and this is why now to explain it, since women are nurturers, since women show their love by respecting their man and nurturing and caring for them. You know, when a woman is in love, she becomes a mother. She becomes a mother, definitely.
In her most comfortable zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're better off in that relationship if the lady is the one investing. Why? Because they find fulfillment in serving their men. True or false? True. They find fulfillment in serving their men. Like I've cooked for him and he is satisfied. He's just there. Anangorota too. I feel so nice. Ameshiba. I feel so nice doing that. When it is the man investing, the lady often after some time sees him as low value. Because the person who does the chasing is a person who has, for lack of a better way to put it, the lower, not value per se, but the person who is in love the most.
Yeah. That who is being chased has the upper hand.
Upper hand.
Yeah.
Women are better off. And they're more aggressive chasers than men. True. Leo nimeamka na shouting.
Hey,
Leo
decide.
Leo tunaongea so
it's just yelling.
Whenever you are dating, that's why we are saying despise the free lunch. Because it's often not free. Imagine you're in a restaurant or a club and somebody just pops in from somewhere and then starts offering you drinks. What do you think they want from you? Why are they offering you
Chips
drinks?
Funga.
Because they like the way your face looks.
No. Oh, wow. No.
Do they like they want your stories?
Ati, oh, no, let's go yap.
Yeah. You see?
Wongo.
So don't accept it.
Yeah.
It comes with the hands. And that's where the disappointment comes. That's where we start getting homicide. That's where we start getting men frustrated. Especially simps and weak men. Because they don't know how to approach a lady. They don't know how kuuza sera. Hawajui kuuza sera. So they think that naweza uza sera na a few notes I have. The lady just gets there and gets excited and anasema, this guy offered me free lunch, so I ate it. It comes with obligations. It comes with an expectation. It is a debt. And most of the time, to say the truth, it's a sexual debt.
True. Hiyo nayo ni ukweli.
Yeah.
Red pill. Men out here,
nimesema maukweli hapa. Nimesema maukweli.
Umeanza tu kushout. Unajua tuna rekodi kitu.
Lazima tuambie watu.
Hata alfajiri jua ijaanza kutoa miale.
Vilele vya milima.
Nothing. Na umeamua tu ile.
Na nimeanza kutamka na kudamka.
Acha tuendelee. Mwalimu wako wa Kiswahili angekuwa amekuwekea tu text ile.
Mwalimu wangu wa Kiswahili kwanza aliniambia you will not become anything, but tuendelee tu.
Ndio huyo hapo unamuongelea.
Aliniambia na Kiswahili sanifu.
Aha, uongo, alikudis na Kiswahili sanifu, ulielewa?
Na Kiswahili sanifu. Inauma.
Ulielewa Kenya alisema.
Wewe una lila wala fila. Ushaenjoy na Kiswahili sanifu. Boss, hebu tuendelee. We digress.
Aya. Sawa. Law summary. 1, nothing is truly free. Free offers are often traps. When someone offers you something for free, it usually comes with hidden strings attached. This can be obligations, expectations, or subtle manipulations designed to create dependency or control. Accepting free gifts often puts you in a position where you owe more than you realize.
Yes, don't accept those gifts unless you're able to pay back. Do not. What you're doing, you're making someone, and we are looking at this from a relationship perspective mostly, because most of the cases that we get to hear are usually relationship connected. May God rest her soul in peace. But you remember this lady that this gentleman who came all the way from Thika and went and unalived a lady just because of the investment.
And his name was Kinuzia.
Yes,
I think.
exactly.
Exactly, Silas.
It was a sunk cost. I told you sunk cost is where you put in money into a particular thing,
investment,
and you put in so much money that the money you have put in far outweighs the benefit you get from it.
Yeah.
And when you do that, like I remember when I was watching that documentary, and it's on YouTube.
Oh,
when I was watching
the whole documentary on it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
When I was watching the documentary, the guy said in court that he had gone, I think, to celebrate the birthday or something. The story is there anyway. I don't want to get into into it. And when he was there, he waited for this lady to come from class. Then they came with a young guy. And then he saw where he snapped is he saw the young lady hug the guy, and he had refused to go with this particular guy. He took an axe and went and unalived this person.
Wait, what?
Yes. Whilst we are not entertaining that.
No, we are not justifying what
we are telling you that whenever you start accepting things for free, or the things that people are offering you, without really asking yourself, why are they offering me? What have you seen in me? It is good to ask those questions. Why are you buying me this? Somebody brings you an iPhone. Why? What is the reason? Let it be very clear from the word go that you're not under obligation to repay. This is one advice I'll give to even our young ladies and our men. Let it be very clear. Face someone, look them in the eye, and tell them, what do you expect from this gift you're giving me? Don't just ride on it. Because, you see, nothing is truly free. Free offers are often traps. There are men who do not know the art of approaching and seducing. Let me not use seducing. It looks sexual.
Yeah.
The art of just wooing a lady. They don't know that.
Yeah.
So they look at the next biggest thing they think would impress her. And that is money. So they think that they can negotiate. Do you know you can never negotiate desire? Desire can never be bought.
Never.
Genuine desire can never be negotiated. It is never bought. You cannot manipulate your way into genuine desire.
True.
Someone either loves you or they don't. So first of all, I'm talking to even those people who try to use money to get ladies. Men, if you think that you can negotiate desire, you are in for a rude shock. With your expectation, that lady you are giving your money for free is under no obligation to repay you. Just have it. No, you can just have a good time. I go to work hard so that I can give you money to have your good time.
Have a good time.
Men, I mean, we have generous people. That's not even generous. That is stupidity. That's stupidity. We have people.
I've just sent you 3K to have fun.
I've just sent you 3K to have fun. I went and worked hard. I will not give you a dime of my money. If you're not in a relationship, either business, either friendship, I will not give you my money for what? Why am I giving you? So you go and work hard and also get. So it is never really free. When someone offers you something for free, and it is in quotes, it usually comes with hidden strings attached.
Very hidden.
You must be very clear on what are the strings. What is your expectation?
And you said we need to ask these questions.
Even when we are doing interviews, by the way, we ask, what is your expected salary? What is your expectation when you come to this? What is your personal expectation when you come to this company? Because people expect something from you. I don't work for my boss because of love. No. I work for him because I know that he pays me at the end of the month. There is a certain reward coming. There is a reward. So I am obligated, or I work harder because I know there is a reward, especially where people are rewarded for being exemplary at what they do. You do more work. So anaendelea akisema, this can be obligations, you'll be obligated, expectations or subtle manipulations designed to create dependency and control. Weak men like to control women with money. That's one character trait of a weak man. They think that they use resources as a means of control. If you have to control your lady using money, you have failed as a man. Failure, yes. If you have to use money as a means of control. There are husbands who don't like their wives going to work. Hawapendi wives wakienda ku work. Because they are telling them, I have a lot of money, you stay in the house. I can provide. No, that's manipulation.
True.
They actually they know that once you get your own money, you are out of there. And if you're in a relationship where you are afraid that this lady is going to leave me when she upgrades, then you're in the wrong relationship.
True.
You better think about another different relationship. Because one thing I know about ladies is that they are very loyal to the men they love. Do you know they are loyal?
Very loyal.
Yeah, they're very loyal. Disloyalty is usually a reaction sometimes. We have loose women. I don't deny that.
Yeah.
We have those that are genuinely loose. And they cannot stay...
in a committed
Yes, and those are the ladies who have actually been with many men. I told you, the more men a lady interacts with, the more she cannot pay a bond. She quickly gets detached. So despise that. Always ask the question, what is in it for you? There is always that catch. Let someone be clear. If you're approaching a woman and you're trying to make her your girlfriend, just tell her.
Be honest.
Be honest. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, and her time also.
Don't waste your time and her time. Tell her, I'm taking you for lunch with an expectation that maybe this might end up in a relationship.
In 3-4 months.
Maybe, you see. But you're all clear. So that she doesn't view you as a friend. Do you know it is only ladies who are genuinely friends with men? A lady can be genuinely a friend of a man. A man can't.
That's bitter.
Ladies generally can be. Because of that emotion.
Yeah.
And all that. You're the man there. Unashindaga umekuwa relationship counselor na you are single. Acha niache kuongea mambo mengi.
True power requires independence and self-reliance. Power isn't just about what you have. It's about your freedom to act without being beholden to others. When you rely on free favors, gifts, or help, you surrender part of your autonomy and give others leverage over your decisions and choices. For real. You know, it's weird that we're talking about this law. And I've never... There's always that thing, maybe when a friend gifts you something, that you're always thinking about, so what can I get them? I need to do something that is kind of in favor of them. I don't want to hurt them because they gave me this. Like, it's it's usually such a... Anyway, it's almost like you're being slaved to something. Like, it was just an act of free things. But now how I'm made to feel after is what we're being told here. Because now they kind of have the upper hand on me.
Yes.
Akifanya kitu, akikohoa ni kama unataka tu kuitika. Simply because maybe they bought you something or they did.
When your friend throws you a surprise birthday party, they throw the surprise, you get into the room and it's a surprise and you're happy that they thought about you. What happens when their birthday is coming up?
You almost feel like doing more.
You actually feel guilty for not if you don't throw them a party back.
Especially if you don't.
Yes, you throw them, you feel guilty. I'm not saying that you tell people not to throw you birthday parties. They can do that. but always ask yourself, what is a catch? And you can see even in friendship, there is that expectation.
Yeah.
I do you, you do me. I do this for you with an
Scratch your back,
expectation.
I scratch
Yes,
my
with an
back.
expectation that at some
Yeah.
point in the future,
You
you will also do that.
consider me the way I consider
Yes.
you.
So when someone is giving you something for free, ask, what is this investment? It's an investment. Nobody has money to dish out for free. It is an investment. They want something in return. Why I told you to be interested in people, those are the questions that we ask when we are interested in people. What does he want? Why does this guy want to be in business with me? What has he seen in me? Out of these many people, what has he seen in me? I've told you of stories of people who are even given drugs to ship or to carry to other countries, and they are caught. And when they give the story, because I've heard of a few stories, they tell you, I just met a gentleman. He started becoming very good to me. He started offering me gifts. We even dated. You see?
What?
But they wanted to use me as a drug mule. So we did that. And then they gave me drugs to
when they
transport for them.
asked, they couldn't say no.
They couldn't say no. And sometimes they didn't even know that they were transporting drugs. And they get caught and get confused as to why things are happening to them the way they are happening. So be very careful about that which is offered for free. That which is offered, when you go to a supermarket and you see something, buy one, get one free. Just know that company has already made their money.
Yep. Once you buy that
Yes, they have already made their money. So, or they have put a markup. You're paying for that particular product. It's like they go to and give you the price of something as 1,000, then they strike the 1,000 and write 800. Was 1,000, now 800. It's a marketing strategy.
It is.
It shows you that you're getting a bargain. But kumbe that 800 is the actual price.
Unaonyesha venye umesave pesa.
Even you may save this. Yes, it's meant to show you that you're getting a good deal. So, when you rely on free favors, and sorry to say this, but ladies love this so much.
True.
And there are ladies who think that men are just offering them. There are ladies who think that they need to be paid just by virtue of being a lady. Being a lady...
Being paid what? Money?
Like, yeah, they deserve favors because they're just ladies. Being a lady is not a career.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, wacha.
What is gold digging?
Just because I'm a woman, I need...
Yes, I need special treatment. I need you to do this. I've met such people.
There are people in this earth walking around thinking.
I'm telling you, I've met such people and they hate me the most. If you're that kind of person, you hate me the most because I don't give free meals. I don't.
Oh, God.
By virtue that you are a lady doesn't mean that I should reward your ladiness. No, there are people who are like
just
that.
Just for being female.
So you go on Instagram and see how entitled some ladies are. And you ask them, what are you offering?
Nothing.
At myself. At what are you bringing to the table?
I am the table.
That is such a juvenile response. Who told you I'm looking for a table?
Ooh.
We are in a table. We're looking for someone. Best be sure that you are. Even love is transactional. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Love is transactional. The minute you lose your value, you lose your job, you lose whatever it is that brought that person into that relationship, ndio utajua they are not your relative. Ndio utajua the only person who will die with you or beside you is your mom.
It's your mom.
It is transactional. And you have to be okay with that. Popular opinion has taught us that ladies are just angels. Innocent. They're just there. They are very fragile. They need to be treated with a lot of care.
Handled with a lot of care.
Until human nature comes and hits you. Butua, we summon Butua until Butua comes. Anakuonesha They're not as innocent as you think. They are human beings. And being human is being human. So be very careful when you're accepting these favors. Why would someone who's not related to you want to offer you things? Why would you naively accept a person buy you drinks in a club with no intention of going with them at home?
Taking you home.
Because when that man is buying, I speak men, when that man is doing those things for you, he's expecting you to reciprocate that love or that act of
action.
kindness. Yes, he's expecting. And they get very disappointed.
And when they don't get what they want, no.
Some of them even kill you.
Yeah, it's another
Some
story.
of them kill you, yeah. Don't accept it. Don't take yourself in such situations. In the book Unplugged by Aliet, they give a story of a gentleman who met a lady, and they vibed. Cool peoples. They became cool peoples. And they vibed very well. And then the gentleman was like, hey, can we go to my office and have drinks? And the lady was like, yeah, sure. And they went to the office and they had drinks and till late in the evening.
Coffee?
Yes. Then the guy wanted to sleep with the lady.
After that day?
She refused.
On that day?
Yes. The man tried to force himself on the lady. She jumped from the window, I think 4th floor.
Wasn't that the story akina nani?
Yes, that's what they now talked about. Yeah. You see, what got them cancelled. So she jumped and she broke the legs.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's alive, yeah.
You see, but whenever you're getting with someone, and I know these guys were cancelled for this.
They were cancelled for saying the truth.
Yes, they were cancelled for the truth.
The only issue is they laughed.
Yes.
They kind of
truth is bitter.
Yeah.
Truth is bitter.
And cancel culture is just wild.
Why would you cancel? They were speaking truth that don't take yourself. Every time you see something offered to you, Tracy, by someone who is not your relative, it's not your brother, someone you are not related with, and they just from out of the blues are offering you things, there are strings. There is an expectation. Ask them immediately, what do you expect? Let them know very clearly that I'm not attracted to you. Therefore, I'm not going to offer you a relationship. So, if you want to continue...
That's truth that men don't like.
Yes, if you want to continue to do this, well, I have clearly told you
that I'm not interested.
I'm not interested in you. Then fine, spend the money.
Yeah.
Better tell that person so that they know.
Akaitu akijua, yeah.
Akae akijua, whatever you're doing is you're wasting your time. Don't entertain them. Don't give them hope. Hope is what kills human beings.
Don't lead someone on, yeah.
It's leading. Hope is what kills people.
True.
True. Hope in a later disappointment. But when they are sure and they still want to invest, then shauri yako.
Hi, Simpson.
Hi, Mr. Simpson.
Mr. Simpson, hi. Tunakusalimia.
These guys, I was that guy.
Oh, yeah.
See, I tell you, when you see a man always advocating for masculinity, a red pill,
there was a time.
They come from the pits of hell. I have been shown dust.
Yeah.
I have seen cyclones. Unaona cyclones. Unaona ile dust inazunguka hivi ikikuja, ikibeba kila kitu. I have been shown dust by this gender. Until I went to study.
Ilibidi umeenda shule.
Nilikaa chini hivi, understanding women, nikasoma. Nikaanza kuona, kumbe nilikuwa nafanya hivi. Yes. Failure. So, always be clear from the word go. It prevents a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that if this weak man just wants to continue offering you free gifts, take them. By all means, I've already told them. Actually, if you're dating, tell them you're dating. The others who hide.
That one is close to home.
That one is very close to home.
I have done that.
What do I know?
Let me tell you. Kuna acha tu. Tutaongea nyuma ya kamera. Okay. There was a someone. And they knew that I was actually dating in a long-term relationship. But they were still pursuing me. and they knew I was not interested. And I stated it.
Mhm.
And I was very clear that I'm not interested in you. I am dating. Jamaa
Aliendelea kununua magifts.
Wewe.
Yeah,
And I was, and you know,
Mhm.
I was even telling my then boyfriend.
Yeah. This guy is
Ai.
Kenos.
Na alikuwa nasema kama amekataa kusikia si
Well, you know, I have a friend anaitwa Keno, so it's not you. It's not you. It's another one.
Alikuwa ananiambia kama asitaki kusikia, wewe endelea. Anataka mwende sijui ice cream.
Yeah, go.
Imagine now your boyfriend giving you permission. They're like,
I wouldn't allow it myself.
Alikuwa
I
ananiambia
would tell you to cut them off.
Wenta.
Me, I would tell you to cut them off from the word go.
The issue, the thing is, I was not emotionally there.
Invested.
So I was like, so you said we're just friends.
Yeah.
And I can clearly see that we are not just friends. You want something, mommy, I don't. Actually, I'm not even emotionally available.
Your boyfriend was risking.
My emotions were somewhere else.
But he was risking.
Alikuwa.
Have you seen the story, one of the Confessions of Nairobi Women by John Thatia?
Yeah.
There's a story of this is a cold story of a husband and a wife who couldn't get kids, and the neighbor.
And then they said, "Let's go." Actually, it's the man who was suggested
that the lady
friend.
go with a friend, and then the lady liked the friend.
Kwanza the last part alikuwa nasema now we are thinking of getting a second boy. Niko Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't allow it.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yeah.
You sorry, ilinipatia goosebumps.
Yes.
Okay. Investing your own resources commands respect. People naturally respect what they have to pay for, whether it's time, money, or effort. If you don't invest in yourself or your goals, others will undervalue you and treat your contribution as disposable or insignificant.
Tracy, I like saying this. Put a price tag on yourself. Because everyone has a price. Don't be told or lied to that I am not for sale. Everyone is. The issue is how many zeros. So, because you are aware of this, yeah, even you, that job you accepted is putting a price on yourself.
True. And because you signed a contract.
Yes. So, you ask yourself, what value have I put to myself? I have put a price tag to myself. There are calls I will answer because of the value I'll get. Because when that call comes ringing, they have my price tag. They know that this guy is going to come, this guy is going to do this. So you best put a huge price tag on yourself. And not just put a price tag on yourself. You can back it up. Not saying that I am light-skinned, so now that is a huge prize. You know, now I am beautiful. No, nothing. Put a price tag on yourself and be able to back it up. That's where now people fail. They call themselves the youngest millionaire forex trader.
Nilipata jina yake? Onyango Tate. Billionaire.
The youngest billionaire. They cannot back it up. They cannot back it up. My friend, making wealth is a slow, steady process. Tiring process. This young, small boy from nowhere,
Onyango Tate,
all of a sudden, because you can post Audis and Mercedes Benz, now you are suddenly the wealthiest one.
Yeah.
What industry have you built?
Yeah.
Ladies, when you're rolling with such kind of people, these are the things you need to ask yourself. They're into some shady
business
stuff.
Yep.
They have not built industries.
Nothing. Billionaire.
When they speak, their brains doesn't look like they can generate money. You know, there are brains that can generate money. They can generate wealth. When they speak, when you listen to them, you realize that these guys cannot even, they don't have that brain. They don't have that brain to create wealth. So what industry, why would you get impressed by someone who is posting cars?
And tell you, and M-Pesa balances.
What they should do is this. If this car is yours, show us the logbook.
Tuonyeshe.
Don't post the car, post the logbook. The logbook is better.
Evidence.
Or we can search. Just post it. Don't just post it. And you see, most of those cars don't have number plates.
Evidence. Yes.
Or they're hiding one of the numbers.
Yeah.
Or they have written their name.
Mm-hmm.
Because wealth is not gotten that way.
Yeah.
Wealth is not gotten that way. So ladies now start following such kind of people, thinking that 19 years, being a billionaire and you have not inherited is a lie. I am telling you, 1 out of 1,000 can be billionaires at 19. Or below 25.
I agree.
If it is not generational wealth, inherited wealth, you know, I can be a billionaire at 22 because by virtue that my father is a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's fine. Which again has its own underpacks. Because you cannot brag about
your father's.
Yes.
Or your mother's wealth.
But to make money, to make wealth, to become wealth is a slow process. It takes time. It takes lessons. It takes losses. Don't be pressured by these small boys.
Not on Yango
Ati they wanakuonesha ati manoti.
That's fake money. Actually, I was told those are people who print money. Generosity is a strategic tool, not a spontaneous gesture. Giving freely without purpose dilutes your power. The most effective generosity is deliberate, used to build alliances, create debts, or raise your status. Random kindness without strategy is easily forgotten and can even be perceived as a weakness. Wow.
Yes, generosity is good, but a strategic tool. It must be practiced strategically. You must be strategically generous. It is a game of strategy.
Strategies.
It is not just coming and dishing out things and giving out things. It is just being strategic at how you do these things. And he says, giving freely without purpose dilutes your power. Because why? Why are you doing it? It dilutes your power. The most effective generosity is deliberate, and it is used to build alliances. We do that. By the way, the biblical concept of he who has more is given to them. He who does not have even the little that he doesn't have is taken away. Still applies even in life. Do you know that the people who get jobs are the people who are employed? Yeah. Those are the guys who get jobs.
When you have
because they shift jobs.
Yeah.
A jobless person
utatafuta utatuma CV.
Tukienda kwa relationship. The one who is in a relationship is always the one who gets offers.
Demand.
Because of something. And let me tell you this, especially from a lady's perspective. Social proof. There's something we call social proof. Ladies like men who other ladies like. Ladies love men who other ladies love. Because it produces a conquest. I have stolen him from you, Matiote. Social proof. Why do you think celebrities have it easy with women? Social proof. Why do you think ladies throw themselves at people with status and people who are well known? It is something we call social proof. Why do ladies throw themselves at these people who are in relationship? Social proof. Because how women work. Women are very competitive. It is a feminine characteristic, that competition. When you see men behaving like that, it's a very feminine behavior where a lady would find fulfillment in the fact that they are dating the most high-value man in the room. And that's why they keep posting them. He's my man. He's my man. When they're dating that Kaluza, they hide him. Wanamficha kama socks. Kama uncle socks.
Azionekanangi.
Wanamficha kama uncle socks.
Aki azionekanangi.
Ukimwangalia unashindwa na uko na socks ama huna. Anakuambia it's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
So, ladies are attracted to men who have other ladies. It's social proof. And they don't know it. A biological hardwiring to want things that other people... Because there is a connotation of value to them. They must be valuable. If my best friend, that's why you see kugongewa ni constant even na best friend. If my best friend has this boyfriend, and by the way, besties, stop keep telling your girlfriends about your boyfriends, about how good they are, about how generous they are, about how masculine they are. What you're doing, you're just selling him. You're just selling him to your friend.
Oh, goodness.
That's the truth, Tracy.
Unamuzia Sarah.
And I can tell you this. I have had enough confessions. All these things I'm saying, I'm not guessing. I have had them. I have sat down sako kwa bako na watu wako kwa hizi situation.
Dunia rangi
Hizi situations. I have sat down with people.
Yeah.
And they tell you what my best friend did to me. Why you are actually increasing his value in her eyes.
Okay.
Why would you want to do that? You see, even the Bible says that God is a jealous God. He will share his glory with none other. So if God will not share his glory with idols, whether you want to share the glory of your man with another lady.
Okay, when you say
Wanjiro,
it like that.
Wanjiro.
Okay.
You want to share the glories
when you say it like that.
Yes, because what you're doing, you are further increasing their value with your friend. Maybe if they're struggling in relationships themselves. Wanaona, I'm very jealous of Tracy. She's gotten a high value man. Then if this man is not really loyal to you, the rest will be a story ya confessions. Itaingia kwa book 3.
Itaingia kwa book 3.
Yes. Itaingia kwa book 3.
You see, if generosity was at all free, then we wouldn't be expecting, even the other party, expectations zingekuwa 0.
Yes.
Apa, giving freely without purpose dilutes your power. Is it okay as a sign of weakness? Could dish out favors?
When you dish out too much, because you say, I've told you.
It's a sign of weakness.
Let me give you an example. And leo tuta concentrate sana na relationships. Let me give you an example. You have a guy, and this is a scenario I have been in. I've gone for lunch with a few ladies and another guy. Or guys. Now, one of the guys in this particular table has that ardent desire to show how much money he has to impress the ladies.
Okay.
Or there is one lady that she wants to impress there.
Yeah.
So now, all the talks are leading to how wealthy he is, how good he is, how good of a job he is. It's like anauza sera.
Yeah.
Mukiwa hapo. Now, such kind of people, yendi ataofa kununua your lunch, yendi ataofa kulipa. It's part of the facade to show that by them I'm the wealthiest in this particular environment. Now, you as a neutral person who's not interested in them, how do you feel about it? Do you leave that room thinking that, hey man, this guy is, I would like to know more about him? Or do you leave that place saying, he's a show-off, such a show-off?
Kwanza I hate big talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, it lowers your value.
Okay.
Even if you have it, you might genuinely have that money. Yeah, you might genuinely have that money.
Yeah.
But it lowers your value in the eyes of those people because you're trying too hard to be seen.
True. Okay.
These people who keep flaunting na kutuonesha do, it does not increase your value in the eyes of people. It actually lowers it.
Yeah.
Because the question is, why is he so much interested?
Yeah.
This guy who's jumping to break phones, why are you so interested in? What are you trying to prove? What is there to prove? What do you want from us? Get out of our screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Avoid cheapness. Spend with confidence and purpose. Stinginess signals insecurity and desperation, which undermines your authority. On the other hand, purposeful spending, whether on quality goods, services, or experiences, demonstrates abundance, confidence, and control. Hii point 4 na 5 zinaenda not contradict, but zinaenda ni kama zina speak.
Yes, but on point 5,
same thing.
I can say something. You remember we did...
Stinginess.
We talked of 2 mindsets. Scarcity mentality and abundance mindset. We have 2 kinds of people in this world. And you either fall into either part. A person with a scarcity mindset and a person with an abundance mindset. Now, abundance mindset looks at the glass half full. They look at what they have, not what they don't. A scarcity mindset person looks at what they do not have. So they concentrate on the lack, while this one concentrate on what they have. So cheapness comes in. Many of the stingy people we have a scarcity mindset. They think that by letting loose or releasing this, that they are losing something. Nikikupatia nitakosa. That's a very bad scarcity mindset person. Nikikupatia nitakosa. The best mindset that we need to have is an abundance mindset. An abundance mindset, and I've seen this practically in my life, is that givers never lack. Givers never lack. The people who are generous to give always have something to give. Kitambo, I used to be that person who was scarcity mindset. But when I got into an abundance mindset mentality, I discovered that the more I give, the more God provides for me to give. The more blessing I become to many people, the more I get to continue being a blessing. And when you do that, you'll always, your pocket is always loaded. God has a way of repaying you. This is a concept. If you are generous, you'll always have. If you are stingy, you're cheap. You will always lack. So what kind of your mindset do you have? You better embrace an abundance mindset. Yes.
Okay. Accepting freebies diminishes your value and leverages others. When you habitually accept freebies, you lower the perceived value of what you bring to the table. Moreover, those who provide free things often expect returns in loyalty, influence, or obedience, trapping you in unseen power dynamics. One thing, let me tell you, I don't know what it is with the word obedience that I don't like.
Obedience.
Guy, there's something that triggers me when I hear the word obey. Ati obey. Like, I already know I'm supposed to obey. Why are you telling me to obey?
Okay.
I hate that word. I hate it. I hate it. Because I already, kwanza when I'm being told.
No, you best.
Hadi ninasikia sijui aje kwa roho nimesoma hapo obedience.
So one of the ways to avoid that, I'm not saying to avoid obedience, because obedience is a command.
It is a command.
It is a command, and we have no choice. But accepting freebies diminishes your value and leverages on others. It shows that you are out there to be given. You are a receiver. You're a recipient. It is your work to always receive. So if you're always receiving, the perceived value is that you're low value. Hii inaanza kushout.
Harsh reality.
Ladies
know your pill.
Who think that they are high value because men throw things at them. Men objectify. A man, I'm telling you, Tracy, a man can objectify you by virtue of how they provide for you. You can become like that project car that they're trying to do. And when he's looking at his property, he's looking at you like that. If you accept freebies every time from a man, accept that he will look down on you. He will look down on you. Atasema huyu ni mimi huwa namlisha, huyu ni mimi huwa namfanyia, huyu ni huyu namvisha, huyu ni huyu namfanyia, all these things.
Bila mimi hawezi.
Bila mimi hawezi. Now when they believe that, when you habitually accept freebies, you lower the perceived value of what you bring to the table. What you're bringing to the table and claiming that I am high value because I'm bringing myself. You're actually just killing boredom in this man's life. But how they perceive you as a property when you do that. He continues and says, moreover, those who provide free things often expect returns in loyalty. Like I'm telling you, there is no man in this earth, unless men have evolved, that will give you money and money for free. None. Even in our African culture, our parents, Yes, it is a law and they would like us to be educated.
Yeah.
But they do that with an expectation that when we are old enough, if they are not rich, that we will in turn provide for them.
Yep.
Even family relationship is transactional.
Mm-hmm.
It's transactional.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you, Bilha
and John
think that getting these three things is a sign of high value, a sign of low value? When you keep being given. And moreover, those who provide free things often expect returns in loyalty, influence, or obedience, trapping you in unseen power dynamics. You have no say when they are around. They're the ones who take care of their whole world. And if they're in love with you, they want to control every aspect of your life by virtue that they are providing for you. And by control, you see, I saw this on social media where ladies, when a man is telling you, I don't want you to be friends with these people, that he's controlling, he's a narcissist. Men, I know men. I don't want my lady among men because I am a man and I know men.
True.
I know how men behave. There was an analogy that was given of a car, or let's say if this room we lock this room every time we are out of here. When you find someone trying to break into that room, you don't say, I have a good lock. Continue.
Let me see what you can do.
Let me see what you can do. No. You tell them, get out of my door.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to break my door?
Yeah.
You know it is unbreakable, but then again, you still tell them, stop trying to break my door. So whenever a man is telling a lady, I don't want you with this best friend of yours, the best friend is trying to sleep with you. That's the intention.
True.
So when he's telling you that, he's not being a narcissist. As a matter of fact, if you have a man who is not insecure about you hanging out with other men, they are not interested with you.
You're calling out my ex.
Yes, they are not interested. If by the way, it's the truth. If they are okay with you, love is jealous.
Very jealous.
Love is very jealous.
No, it's okay. You can have him as a friend.
No, I will tell you no. Delete his number. I don't want to see. No, I'll give you an ultimatum. If I see you with them again, we are done. If I see you with them again, we are done. I know what his intentions are.
You're a man.
It is not you I doubt. It is him I have no confidence
okay.
in. I have no problem with you. I have no problem with you as my girl. It is him I don't trust. I know his intentions. He's waiting for the day we break up or we fight.
Then you come in.
And he pounds. It's a lion. He's just waiting there. So, I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with him. Stop calling me insecure because I have a problem with him. As a matter of fact, if he's that valuable, date him. And this is where now high-value men come in. Wow. I'm telling you, this is how to tell if you are dating a high-value man. High-value men will not stick around when you show them nonsense. They will not stick around. That guy who will always be telling you, leave this guy, is not high value. A high value man will not share you with another man, either as a friend or anything, or otherwise. And they will tell you, if your friendship is that important,
have it.
Hey, have it.
Enjoy it.
And
Let
walk
me
away,
not be a hindrance.
shoulder high. And get a lady who does not have male friends. One red flag for men is a lady with male friends. Many. No, I'm not saying that they should not have friends who are male. Male best friends. You know, it's a difference. Let me clarify.
Wale watu kusema, kwanza ladies. Me relate more with men.
Yes. Red flag. That's a walking Chinese flag. I'm not saying friends because I personally have friends who are of the opposite gender. And sometimes we meet, we hang out and take coffee and cool a story and all those things. But it ends there. But I'm talking about a person who is always there. I'm talking about the person who even knows me in this relationship. How on earth is another man, how on earth does another man know about me? Wewe unaenda unamwambia tukikosana leo tuko
Ushaenda.
relationship. Me I leave you. Wewe enda ukamdate huyo jamaa. No, I leave. And many men do not have a spine. Many men, Tracy, do not have the muscle. You have seen on TikTok how they respond when I talk about walking away. They're saying that you'll keep walking away from everybody. You see, the people are saying that are used to being sat on. Wamezoea kukaliwa chapati. They don't have that willpower to walk away. Tracy. They cannot walk away. They have no strength. When they suffer from a disease, there is a disease called one-nitis. One-nitis is a sickness.
Kuzi nimekuwa pro kutumia hiyo jina.
No, one-nitis is a sickness.
It is.
It's a mental sickness.
The one.
The one theory.
This is the one for me.
If she leaves me, she's my whole world.
Oh, when I
hallelujah.
go, my world will go paragasha.
Sidani, I cannot survive without him.
I can't breathe.
That is one-nitis.
An empty street.
That is one-nitis. It is popularly given by romantic novels and romantic shows.
Yeah.
Soap operas.
Yeah.
Where they tell you that this lady has been created for you.
For this man.
So when a man believes subconsciously that this lady has been made for me, they cannot imagine themselves with someone else.
Yeah.
One-nitis. I pray that you may break from the bonds of one-nitis. Tunafaa tuko na men's conference. Tukuje tukeme roho ya one-nitis tunakuzemia.
Tumezima wifi, tumedisconnect router.
Tumetoka router, huwezi shika.
Hatulipi next month.
Shitty, I don't think
tunakuzimia wifi.
You know, I just see Shitty on screen and I start laughing.
Na hajasema kitu.
That guy
he's funny.
Does not even need to try.
Effortlessly funny.
Anaitwa Silvana Spandili. Silvana.
Ati roho ya.
Aki Shitty can get into character. Mimi, sidhani naweza film akiwa hapo.
Mimi kwanza
I can laugh all the way. Nakuzimia wifi.
Tumekuzimia wifi. That was funny. You see, umesema story ya kwa watatu kwa relationships. I was going through Twitter some time back. And you'll see someone like your boyfriend. Sema ani text that, hi guys. Unashinda mbona na text hi guys. Anasema I know you're about to send this screenshot to your best friend.
Anakuambia hivyo?
Anakuambia hi guys. How are you? Alafu unamuuliza guys, si tuko peke yetu hapa. I know you're sending this screenshot to your friend.
Your friend who is a guy?
Or a lady. It just...
No, that tells me more about the guy than it does the guy who is your friend.
Yeah.
He has nothing going on in his life. Is he dating? Was he dating at that time?
No, I'm just saying it's something I saw online.
Or was he involuntarily celibate?
Who?
The guy who was your friend.
Me, I don't know.
Was he dating? Because...
No, he wasn't.
Yes, I don't think another lady would allow that.
You know he wasn't.
Would you allow your man to have a lady best
friend?
So why would you expect a man to accept that you have a man best friend? Double standard.
Hata si best friend. Mimi hata best friend. Best friend.
Despise the free lunch.
Nikishaanza kuona Linda calling, nitauliza who is Linda?
Yes.
And I'm just asking.
No, that's the nature of love.
No,
love
I'm just asking.
Is jealous.
I'm not about to start Hiroshima and Nagasaki here.
Yes.
I'm just asking. Because I know Linda. Especially if I know her. And she has been looking at you.
And
why is she calling you at 9 p.m.?
When you start raising issues about it and then somebody tells you...
You're insecure.
It's gaslighting. It's actually manipulation. Stop being insecure. He means nothing to me.
No.
If he means nothing to you, get rid of their phone number. That I'll tell you.
And it's not that serious. It's not what you think. It's not what it looks like.
We don't spend time on things that are not serious. Who wakes up in the morning, aende aoge, avae nguo, aseme leo, nenda kufanya vitu si serious. Mnatupima nini? Mnatupima maghosts.
Mnatupima magoe.
So, despise that. It's not for free.
Yeah.
The long and short of this law And there's a lot of observations, and then you can go read from Robert Greene's book. The long and short of this is the person who pays you or who gives you that free lunch expects something in return. And if you're not willing to offer whatever the case, whatever he expects in return, abandon ship. Abandon ship. Tell them, don't waste their time.
Mayday.
Yes, tell them I cannot offer you what you want. I've said this enough times, get clear. If you're a gentleman, men, God has given us the shock absorbers to absorb rejection. Men can take rejection very easily.
Unlike women.
No, women it's very difficult for a woman to take rejection. But a man, you go and approach a lady, tell the lady, I am interested in you romantically. If the answer is no,
Dust
adios.
yourself.
Ishi hata no dusting because you have that shock absorber.
Yeah.
Move on. But ukikuja sasa unaanza kusema nitakupeleka lunch, wacha tujaribu date 1, date 2, date 3, date 4, date 5 and you're still friends. Date 6.
Actually, by date 1, I should be knowing what you want out of this. By the way, hiyo ni kitu nimeanza kufanya.
Be straightforward.
I ask.
Yes.
And I don't like people
why are you
who are
doing
not
this?
straightforward. Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah. Why did you ask for my number?
Expectation.
Why did you DM me?
Ask those questions.
Yeah.
Ask those questions.
Very important.
I've seen several DM. Na kuna ma-DM zinakujanga. Kuna watu wameitisha number, and my question is why are you asking for our number? Why?
Unataka?
Yes, what do you want?
One-on-one therapy.
I don't want to waste your time.
Don't, please.
That's why I rarely respond to these messages are hello. I hate them.
Hello without agenda.
If I don't know you, come to my DM and say hello. My name is so and so. I am this and this. This is what I want. Kindly hit me up if you are interested.
When you're available.
When you're available. You see, give that. Sasa uandike hello.
Hi.
Mimi nikuja nikwambie hello too.
How are you?
How are you? I am good. And you? I am good too.
Conversation imeisha.
And then
the next day.
Anarudi, I like your podcast.
Hiyo ni story ingekuwa imeisha huko juu.
Mi nachianga at hello.
Nitakuonyesha. Na watu huku nje. Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes,
Hi Nyambura.
I like when ladies are open, I like to check the DM.
Hey.
Ninaonanga wale watu tunaongeleaga kwa hizi podcast na waonanga sana kwa hizo DMs.
Hey. Hi.
Endeleeni kutuma hizo messages wadau.
Tutacheka.
Endelea kutuma. Tuma hizo messages.
Hello, how are you?
Wacha tu nikwambie ukweli, huyo ambaye unatumia hizo messages mingi, yeye ana slide kwa DM ya mwingine na the same messages. Na kwanza ukimtumia ile noma, ana slide nayo.
Copy and paste.
Ama anatumia mpoa wake. Wewe uko tu hapo. Are you sure that's what you want to do? That's how you want to use your bundles? Tumia hivyo, ndugu yangu mpenzi mtazamaji.
Tutakutumia kama
andika hizo messages, tuma love emoji. Tutakuzemia wifi.
You have something against emojis?
Not really. I just find them sometimes very casual. Especially in an official message. Like the way someone in a casual chat, group chat, tunatumanga stickers and all that. That's fine.
And laughing emojis. Others,
I have seen them on email, job applications.
Wait, wacha wewe. Okay.
I can show you.
Wait, wacha.
By the way, I don't speak about what I don't experience.
Emoji, umetuma email, unataka job.
Si mtu amesahau, si ati yako alikuwa unserious.
Hi, smiley face.
Yes.
Hello, I hope.
Na kuandika in short, FYP. I saw your adverts on FYP. Is it FYP ni nini?
For you
page. Yeah. You see, such kind of things. TMI, those, I think, I'm a millennial. I didn't use those things.
What do you mean?
An old millennial.
No, wait. Kuna mtu ana...
Mi nimeona miujiza. Mi nimeona even a job application, someone writing, I work under maximum supervision. Ushaichukua niliona, imagine.
Huyu anakuambia nataka ukue hapo ndo
I work under maximum but I know they meant me. But aliandika na work under maximum supervision.
People don't go through their CVs before they send them.
You see, when you're used to writing like that and short forms, even I've seen someone write an email and they write HI. Hi.
And this is unofficial.
Yes.
Like you're not working there, you're not...
I get at least...
Hi.
I get at least 200 job applications a month. At least.
Hi.
Yes. And I can tell you, 90% of them don't qualify.
Hi, HI.
Yes.
Crazy.
When I read someone's job application, that is where I look at them with a tooth comb. With a comb. Job application. I look at
Unazisomanga zote?
Seriously. Hiyo naikalianga. Kwanza na print. I print your email and I have a pen.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's how we sift out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will be interviewing jokers the whole of your life. You'll not continue with your work. You'll keep on interviewing jokers. No, me, I read. I read those applications.
That's good.
And then if I have a now I do this for sport. I have a file for useless applications. And I have a file for a good one. This one is full. This one is full.
Nakongemeja ever.
Let me tell you one thing I've discovered as a person who sits on this other side of employment and interviewing people. We have, it's not an issue of no jobs. There is also another big issue, and it's a big pandemic, employability. Majority of job applications or job applicants are not employable. They are not employable because when you're writing your CV, and this one I would just share this as a free information. We did that in the law of power. When you're appealing to someone, appeal to people's self-interest.
Yeah.
This one I want it to go out. Appeal to people's self-interest. If you're applying for a job at Kengen, don't go there and tell them employ me because you have a vacancy. I read that you have a vacancy. Employ me because you should employ people.
Nobody's applying this because there's a position.
Yes. Go and research about them. Research about them. Don't be lazy. Research about them. Come, imagine a job application. Let's say you have a business. You're struggling with marketing. You have your own shop and you're struggling with marketing your products. Then somebody comes and tells you, now you're looking for someone who would add value to your company. You have an opening. Then one comes and applies and says, I am available, employ me. Another one comes and says, I have gone through your website. I've looked at your page, and I have seen that you're not getting as much views as you should because of ABCD. If you give me a chance, I will do ABCD and make sure that you get to this particular person. I have seen you have 1,000 views. I can get you to 10,000. This is how I'm going to get. Are you going to even flinch? You are going to give them that job.
And I'm giving you your contract assumptually.
So we are not wasting time in these conversations. We are actually teaching people how to, you appeal to people's self-interest. When a company is applying for or is advertising for a vacancy, they're doing that selfishly. Selfishly.
They want you to bring value.
They want you to bring value. Show how you bring value. Show it actively.
Haya.
Asikia huyu mjama wetu mwenye ako na kidude cha masaa anatupungia mkono.
Okay.
Anatuonesha kwamba
fanye moja ama mbili. Moja. One more.
Number 9.
Learn to recognize and reject manipulative gifts.
Recognition.
Ladies,
come here, tukae hapa.
Take a seat.
Men tukae nyuma ya tent hapo, tutawaita. We'll call you.
Come. Are you comfortable now? Now listen. Not all generosity is genuine. Some gifts or favors come disguised as traps meant to undermine your autonomy or push you into alliances you don't want. Recognizing this allows you to protect your freedom and avoid entanglement.
Yes. Learn to recognize and reject. 2 skills. Skill number 1, recognition. Discernment. I told you discernment is the ability to tell the difference between what is right
and what is
almost right.
Yeah.
Now, these free gifts come with an almost genuine intention.
Almost 99.99.
99.99 genuine intention. Learn how to recognize that.
Yeah.
How do you learn how to recognize that? You see, from what we have done, last time you confessed and said that as you're doing these laws, you're getting to understand people more and more.
Wow. And then I'm looking at everyone and the world in such a different angle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you'll tend to see what makes people tick. You'll tend to see it. When you're genuinely interested in people, no one can fool you. They can't fool you. You can tell them from a mile away. You can tell a joker from a serious person. Now, there are people who would genuinely invest in you, Tracy. There are people who would genuinely want you to succeed.
Yeah.
They can be of the opposite gender. And actually, those people are not your best friends. They're not your best friend. They're not always with you. They want you to genuinely succeed. So they'll give you a tip here and there. They will come to your inbox here and there and tell you, hey, by the way, your podcast, unafanya hivi na hivi na hivi and all these things. I think this is right. This is wrong. Could you try to... There are people who genuinely want you to improve.
Oh my God, I've gotten those comments.
Exactly. And you take those ones.
Yeah.
You take them positively and you see. But when it is coming, not all generosity is genuine. 99 or 90% of generosity is not genuine. It's not genuine. Some gifts or favors come disguised as traps meant to undermine your autonomy or push you into alliances you don't want. For example, if I want you, we are colleagues. If I want you to vote in my favor, I do something big for you.
Oh my goodness.
And then I know when I go to a meeting, maybe you don't even see eye to eye with what I'm selling.
Yeah.
But now,
the guilt.
Yes, you are almost under obligation to side
Vote.
with me.
Oh my goodness.
Because of that gift. So sometimes it's better to ask yourself, why is this person gifting me? What do they want? And then he continues and says, recognizing this allows you to protect your freedom and avoid entanglement. Your freedom is the most important thing you can ever have. Have it. Suffer, but suffer as a free man. Not as a slave. Hata kama waliimba, afadhali ulia kwenye Range Rover. Unajua machozi ni machozi, hata kama ni kwa baiskeli. Ni machozi.
Utalia.
Na machozi ya Range Rover ni mbaya.
Yeah.
Si tunasoma hiyo Confessions. Kuna machozi ingine ya Range Rover yenye si mzuri. There are young ladies who are going through a lot in the name of living the life.
Yeah.
They accepted those gifts. Now they are slaves or something to the whims of this particular person. Yes. So identify and act in accordance.
And reject.
And reject.
Rejected. Aya, sawa. Sisi tumemaliza. Tupatane siku ingine.
Adios. By the way, soma hiyo law. It's a long one and it has so many examples.
It's a very, very long one.
Wazi.
Aya.